welcome back to Caves of Cud, the only game where we spend 15 minutes talking about the difference between ferries and boats. As you all know, ferries are used to cross both small and long distances. Easy enough to get a ferry from, say, England to Spain, or let's say Turkey to Russia. You know, so
Turkey to
just
Russia.
so
I
we're
wonder how long that would be.
As we established a couple
That
of weeks ago,
seems.
I don't know how far apart those are,
That doesn't seem like
or
it would
which
be
one
that
is closer
far.
to England.
I guess it depends on where you're going.
I've been
Which
to
one is
Turkey.
closest to England?
I think Turkey is closest to England because I've been there and I haven't been to Russia.
That's how it works.
Yep. This means that Pakistan is closer than Germany.
You not been in Germany?
No, I've never been to Germany.
Russia still has Kaliningrad, right? That probably is technically makes it closest to England.
Depends what direction you're measuring in.
I think if you go the opposite direction, you will also get to Russia first.
What if I go north?
Well, you will not encounter either Russia or Turkey, I think. I guess if you curved like in a certain direction north, you could hit Russia. Uh, if you go up to the pole and then keep going, come back down.
Yeah.
I think
Once you get to the pole, you can't go. You can't keep going north.
Well, yeah. But
I think if you go north, you're more likely to hit Russia than Turkey, by virtue of Russia probably
yes,
has, uh, something to do with the North Pole. Whether
yeah.
that's just like oil drilling.
I mean, there are certainly arcs. If you draw a arc, on the globe, starting north from the UK, and make a circle all the way around, you will hit Russia. I don't think there's one that'll hit Turkey first before it hits Russia.
Interesting.
Uh,
Geography fascinating.
You would have to make a very awkward line, I feel like. But it might be possible.
It had, yeah, I guess if it's sufficiently tilted such that it doesn't really look like it's going north anymore.
North.
Yeah.
If we are very creative about what we mean by north and go.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Let's play Caves of Cud.
Okay, yeah. Here we are.
Right. We were going to talk to a bunch of people here.
Yeah, we're going to talk to a bunch
yeah.
of people here. That's correct. Oh, gosh. Okay. So are these walls? These are power lines. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if they were walls, you wouldn't be able to see through them.
I guess that's
Wow.
fair.
Makes you think. They could be net.
Tensa.
Fence.
Um,
Very tough.
I would go talk to Ortho first, the person you had to like turn the quest in for. It'll give most of these people additional dialogue.
Okay. I mean, I don't know who that is.
You got instructions last time on where he was. It's to the left. It's through those double doors to the southwest. No, the open double doors.
What? Down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lee.
Sorry, Otho, not Ortho.
Orthogonal. Welcome to Gritgate. I am Otho, Barafam's steward. I apologize for the manner of our introduction, but we must take precautions. Cud is a very unforgiving place. I am pleased to see that you've returned with the way droid, though you still know little of the dangers you bear. It's funny because he's a bear. Take this firearm as your reward. It bears the mark of our finest
Oh my
gunsmith,
god.
Farafusile. Return when you are ready to discuss the signal. I feel like I gave this guy a completely different voice last time.
I don't know, was this the guy speaking last time?
Was you the intercom, right?
I
Yeah.
don't know. It was over the intercom.
Yeah, but he
Yeah, the intercom distorted his voice a lot.
did also like reference the discussion you already had.
Yeah.
He stands with tremendous import and stillness, as if upon some hidden but vital vortex of the Enclave. In Barathram's name, he's conferred unto himself the tonsure of stewardship and shorn the hair from his scalp. His snout narrows in proportion to the tight quarters around him. His robe is impeccably clean. Wait for its beep and whir at him obediently as they scuffle past, loved by the Barathramites. Disliked by the villagers of Canop for refusing them entrance to Garrett Gate. Disliked by Swine for refusing them entrance to Grit Gate. Disliked by the villagers of Ook for refusing them entrance
For refusing
to
them
Grit Gate.
entrance to Great Gate.
I can't believe
I'm
this
sensing a
guy
pattern here.
refused Swine entrance to Grit Gate.
Let swine into Gritgate.
Let's water ritual with him, probably. Those people don't matter.
Yeah. Do it. Wow, swine really hate us.
They do.
We are the enemy of swine.
Oh. Item mod of terrifying visage. Learn to cook the porridge.
Let share a secret with him to get extra reputation.
Okay.
The location of Ubatum.
Sure.
Oh yeah. We need to go to the ruin of House Eisner after we get out of here.
Great. Another secret. Ah, speaking of House Eisner.
Well, yeah, that's what.
Oh, it was at the top of the list that time. I didn't
Was.
read any further down.
Okay, fair enough.
The second option was beneath Darcy's notice.
I had a long week.
Okay.
Do we want to learn about creating of terrifying visage?
Yeah, I don't know if that's useful or not. I don't know.
Mary, is that
Implies.
good?
I don't think it would be particularly useful if I'm being honest.
But
How
the
about
porridge.
the porridge? I think we've got to learn how to cook the porridge.
You always need new meals.
Yeah.
A new
Porridge.
recipe.
No recipe. The porridge. Delicious. Any good trading?
Oh, a reward.
Ooh.
A scoped carbine. Can we look at these? Dio!
Is a
No,
carbine
we
a
can't-
rifle?
Look at these. I mean,
The
a
carbine is the rifle. The
Yeah,
pistol
yeah, it's
is
a rifle.
a pistol. Yeah. Like, the. I don't know that there's anything you could learn by looking at them that isn't
Well, what is...
apparent here.
Okay, so like scoped doesn't have any special properties, or...
No, Masterwork
Chain.
and Scope do. Chain is just the name. It's a chain pistol, as in it's a automatic pistol rather than a semi-auto.
Well, yeah. Does that not have a effect on how it works?
I mean, okay, they both work the same way in terms of being 3-round burst fire. It's just one is a pistol and one's a rifle.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a
I meant it
burst
doesn't matter
rifle.
in the sense that uh, these options are equivalent in all ways. It's just one's a rifle and one's
Oh,
a
okay. Yes, I didn't understand this what you meant. Yeah, I was like, I would like to know what the properties of these weapons are, because I don't know what is
yes,
entailed.
gotcha.
We want a rifle.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, we'll take the
We're
carbine.
rifle guy.
We're an apprentice.
Ooh.
A squire. Gotta level up and become a scribe. We are now favored. Great. I don't know what that does.
Well, if you go to your reputation screen, you can see what the different tiers of reputations do. Uh, for example,
Uh-huh.
antelopes favor you if you
If
scroll
you're
back up.
favored, you're welcome in their holy places.
Yes,
Oh, we're
you're welcome at
welcome
their
in their
holy
holy
places,
places. I don't know what the
and
Barathamites' holy places are.
aggressive ones won't attack you.
Ooh.
Because if you're neutral with a faction,
Oh,
aggressive ones
sure.
will attack.
Gotcha.
Aggressive ones will attack you. I love that
Why do
it's
we have such a
antelopes
high
and Barathamites.
reputation
That's our
with
friends.
antelopes? How did that happen?
Uh, I don't remember
we
at this point. Probably water rituals.
Yeah, what we did water
Someone
rituals
was
with
friends with
friends of someone
antelopes.
was like someone
Yeah,
saved an antidote from Sultan. I don't know.
Cats, dislike us.
Oh, cats won't usually let you pet them. You aren't welcome in their holy places.
gotta befriend cats.
Consortium of
Crabs.
fighter don't care about you.
Cragmensch.
I
Dogs
think
Like,
favor us. Yeah, we are welcome in the holy places of dogs.
good. Is that like their buttholes?
Jesus! Just
oh my
coming for
god, Darcy.
dogs.
um, Wonder Pip said they're making fruit salad out of living beings, and I think technically all fruit salad is made out of living beings.
Living as
Yeah,
in, like, they're still alive, or they were alive at one point?
Well, I think both regular fruit salad and Wonder Pip's fruit salad are made of things that were living
Yeah, yeah,
and have
yeah.
been killed for the salad.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
You've got to kill the fruit before you put it in the salad, otherwise it'll be wiggling around.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they have some weird way of making fruit salad. I don't know.
And carefully growing various plants so that all of the fruit rests gently in the same bowl. My mum just sent
Okay.
me a photo of a portal to another country.
A portal to another country.
She's in Dublin, and I guess there's like two big circles that have been set up, one in Dublin and one in another country, that have got a little like video camera and screen built in. So
Uh-huh.
you can see people looking into the portal from
Okay.
like, I don't know, I guess Europe. Let's look at
Uh-huh.
Europe. There's
Ah,
like a couple
yes,
of
the
benches
country
set
of
up.
Europe.
I don't know what country it is. She just said it's another country.
Uh-huh.
I've got very little information to go on.
Are we ready to discuss the signal?
Yeah, sure.
The signal.
The signal
What
is a
did
repeat
you-
transmission
Oh, you sent me
being
a picture.
broadcast from an unknown source. It's been live for over a year. One of our tinkers, Q-Girl, discovered it
Okay.
while rigging a long-wave detector. Unfortunately, it's encrypted, and we do not have the means to decrypt it. You may be of some help in this matter, however. We've long known the location of a fully functioning Beetle within the bowels of the Great Hall, Bethesda, Susa. The mechanimists have consecrated the site around it and built a temple there. Q-Girl claims to have developed a means to decrypt the signal, but she needs the computing power of the Beetle. If you can infiltrate the mechanimist compound, you may be able to engage the Beetle and decode the signal.
How do I know it's
You're just
encrypted?
laughing at my complete failure to say the word infiltrate.
Sorry, it was funny.
What if it's just a gibberish signal? Wonder how they know it's encrypted.
Gibberish signals are often encrypted.
Yeah, but it could just be like what makes it encrypted? I guess.
Look,
So you're saying
it's
if
a number station.
they've found a repeating signal from an
Uh-huh.
unknown source that they
Yep.
can't understand,
Yeah.
and you think they should probably just assume that it's gibberish.
I'm not saying they should assume. I'm saying they're stating very confidently that it's encrypted, and I'm just like, I don't know, maybe you just don't know. Maybe it doesn't mean anything, or you don't know what it means. You know, like.
It's not encrypted. It's just in French.
Well, that's
You just don't speak French.
that is a like a classical way of.
Code
That is-
talking.
That is a form of encryption,
Yeah.
though.
Well, yeah, if it's intentional, but it could just be, you know, they just don't know. You know, I don't know. If you don't know where the signal's coming from, how do you? It seems difficult to be conclusive about its intent.
I think the
You're
fact
being-
that it is repeating and has been going
Sure.
on for a year.
Yeah, that
Indicates
suggests that it is, you know, artificial or something. That someone's sending it, probably. Or, you know, maybe some old equipment just degraded and started sending it off. Who knows?
Out of memory error. Out of memory error.
Yeah, like this is like a world with a lot of old tech that's like decaying.
Like, that's possible, but, like, being able to determine, is this important or not?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, going through the act of
Oh,
decrypting
sure.
it to determine that, I think
Well,
that's still reasonable.
Yeah. Well, this is I'm curious. Like, does it have a pattern to it that is like that they recognize as sort of like signifying a certain type of encryption, and that's why they're like, oh, it's encrypted, and we know how to decrypt it if we had the computing power.
I think you're overthinking this.
Right.
I'm sure I am. Because you know, there's like if you look at a string of text, if you're from, you know, if you've looked at enough like Rot 13 or something, like you could recognize when something's in Rot 13, right? You're like, oh, that's you know. So I'm like, oh, well, that could be, but I don't know. I'm curious.
Maybe we'll find out.
What
Maybe
has
it's gonna be
given
the
them this
next
conclusion?
the next,
It could
the next
be,
paragraph
you know.
is gonna be him explaining all this shit.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like,
He's gonna be like, by the way, we believe that it's encrypted for this reason.
Or we go talk to Q Girl and we're like, how do you know it's encrypted? And she's like, well, this is how. Uh,
Maybe,
Yeah, maybe.
but also, like, I do feel like, again, going back to it's a repeat transmission, it's been going on for a year. Like,
yeah,
even if you cannot understand what the transmission is, trying to find out and decode that transition is something that
sure.
would
Yeah.
spark the curiosity of
Oh, yeah,
people
yeah,
around
yeah,
them.
yeah, of course. I think, hey, there's this repeating signal. We don't know what it means. We're trying to figure it
So,
out. Makes perfect sense to me.
yes, look,
No question.
they're not going to say it's in French and we don't speak French. They're just going to say it's encrypted. All right.
Like, you know, like,
I'm gonna start referring to everything in French as encrypted.
yes, when someone's speaking
Oh, no,
another language in my presence, I'm just
I
like,
can't read that book. That's encrypted.
there. Yes, exactly. They're encrypting their communications against us. It's looking at the tourists who are talking in their language. What's a beetle?
They are antique stones located in certain places deep within the caverns of Cud. We
Oh, the
believe that they are
caverns of
some
Cud.
sort of hyper-advanced machines built by the Eaters. Often one claims to possess a sentience of its own. However, most of them have gone haywire in the aeons since their creation. It is rare indeed to discover one whose circuitry is wholly uncorroded. The mechanimists worship this one as an idol, and they will protect it at all costs. You will need to find a way through their host to the Beetle itself. Do
Well, they
you
do
believe
like
you can
us.
accomplish this task? Yeah, we could.
The
We could
the
probably just sort of be
Mechanimus.
like,
Hey guys, do you mind
We're
if we take a
welcome
little
in
look at
their
the
holy
bagel?
places, right?
Are you?
I don't remember.
We can double check. Yeah, I can do that, no problem.
"Good apprentice. Speak to Q-Girl in the workshop. She'll encode her instructions for the Beetle onto a copy of the disk. There's one more thing. The Beetle is located beneath the ancient cryobarriers of the Eaters. Time has worked to erode the mechanisms that contain their cryogenic mist. That freezing vapor billows out of the chambers freely now, cooling the entire cavern. You will want to procure warm clothing to protect yourself. The spoils of the mechanimists are yours to keep. Remember, apprentice, Bartram will look kindly upon your service."
Okay, it's cold.
It's
Chili.
cold.
Grrr. More like grrr, Athamites.
Got them.
Got him.
You should equip your new gun.
Yeah, new
Sure.
gun.
Missile
Masterworks. Go.
weapons.
Barb.
So, our Sludge and Ooze stained Issachar rifle.
Well, this has got lower
It has
accuracy.
low accuracy, multiple ammo per
Oh, but it
shot,
has
multiple
low
projectile.
accuracy, but it's scoped, so it has increased accuracy.
Yeah, unclear what that means, or how that combines.
Multiple ammo used per shot, multiple projectiles per shot, 3. Ooh.
It does
Often
seem to
loaded.
be. Yeah, I see the icon now when it's bigger. When it's a fucking like M4. Like, no, that's too many shots. That's better. Shem. I am sharp.
Hey, Shem.
I am handy.
Shem -1. Oh, Shem. Yeah.
Yes, Shem -1. Shem has
Shem has
augmented their.
augmented their. Oh, go on, you go.
body beyond the chromeling's basic form by welding a dissymmetric ruffled coat of scrap metal. It's too big and
Hell
grandiose for
yeah.
their little figure, but Shem shuffles about confidently as if they expect to grow into it.
I love Shem. Why are
I'm
you
your
called
friend,
Shem?
Shem. Why are you called Shem -1?
Who wants to do a fun voice for Shem?
Uh, if I could do a flood, I would do a flood.
I absolutely cannot do a flood.
Mario! Would you like to hear? When I was first put together by father and friends, I was Shem 2, the second iteration of the Make Me project. As I came along, scampered through the halls, listened to the stories, Neek read me, climbed onto Sparafusile's workbench to have my screws replaced, I realized I was not what I could be, and so I downgraded myself to Shem 1. That has happened 3 times! Are you worried that you're getting further away from your ideal self? It's unclear to me that I should be. Live and remain ever restless. I'm your friend. I'm your friend.
Oh, we're friends. It'd be really funny to have that whole conversation and then be like, "Can you understand me?"
Yeah.
Do you want to identify any of these weird artifacts, Mary?
Yeah, it would be worth doing since you're like this is the Gutsmonger equivalent for
A phase harmonic modulator. Oh.
yeah.
Oh, these are like cybernetics.
Yes.
Robot boy got robot parts.
A force modulator.
Force modulator.
You can walk through force fields. Well, that's useful. Hyperelastic ankle tendons increases your move speed.
That.
It seems good though.
That's upsetting to think about.
Oh, that's 46 drams.
It makes my ankles feel weird to think about.
Electromagnetic sensor. You can detect nearby robots without having to see them. Oh, cool. 12 drams. Okay. Skillsoft Plus. Okay.
Gain access to the axe skill tree.
You can plug in the axe skill, sure.
Put the axe biosoft behind your ear.
That's right, exactly.
Spend the drams, you have plenty.
Do it.
Holographic
visage.
Emulsion slicks on the cheek and laser light evokes paradolic warmth. 200 faction with the faction you choose. You can activate this implant to change the chosen faction. Holy crap.
You have the ability to just on demand have plus 200 reputation with whatever faction.
That seems incredibly good. It is very expensive.
How many grams of water do we have?
Well, right now 72, but
we've got
you
trade
do
goods.
have a bunch of trade goods hanging
do we
out
have
in the corner.
We still have we have not yet met anyone who can install these, right?
If you there is a place you can install them in this
I was wondering if we were going to run into someone here. Yeah.
Seemed like a place where you would be able to install things.
Yeah.
I just saw Connor peeping through my bedroom door, so I'm going to check in case he is about to offer to cook dinner.
Okay. So let's come back to that, but that's certainly very exciting.
Yeah.
Darty. Darty addresses you without looking up from his many workspaces, many of which billow smoke, steam, or some unknown miasm.
It
Welcome to
sounded
my...
like you just really fucked up saying my name.
Darty, where did you go? Darty, come back!
Where was that? Come up here. Welcome to my laboratory. Rest and sustain yourself before returning to your travels. Big Ursheeb is dusted with spice and wet with honey grease, and he smells of a melange, hot mushroom, cloying ink, saffron, and cooked tongue. Also, these bears have quills?
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's just not very, it's not a normal feature for a bear. His sneakers. Are you selling your sneakers? No. Selling food. Do you know anything about Bethesda Souza? Yes, I braved its wharf in the past to gather precious convalescents for my experiments. Are you going? Dress warmly and mind the trolls. Okay. Can't ask about that. Smell from the oven is indescribable. What you smell is Grit Great's signature dish. Oh, the porridge, which we learned the recipe for. The porridge is a recipe passed down through generations of Barathermites, and it is the food that inspired me to pursue my craft. Yes, outsiders quail at the intensity of the scent, for its flavor is as bold as its effects. Great. We use cuisine to channel lightning from our bodies. Other recipes may let us breathe fire or learn the secrets of the eaters. The porridge is as precious a part of our legacy as the Barathrum clock or the Fominator. Well, yeah, I mean, if it's as precious as the Fominator, what are you working on? Oh, it changes by the hour, sometimes the minute. Preserve this, observe that, add anything, taste everything. But the star apple of my eye, the spindle up which I cast my ambitious graze, is edible vapor. Food that you eat, food that you breathe. Sadly, to date, the most I have managed is on herbs, saline suspension, salty air, if you will. This guy wants to vape his food. Vapor and salt? Yes, the flavor, the breathability, all successful, but the barrier between flavor and food is in the calories. They have yet eluded me. But it's only a matter of time. I am patient, I am relentless. Yeah, I haven't managed to get calories into the air, huh? That'd be fun. I could just breathe in some food. Did you call this kitchen your laboratory? You think this is a mere kitchen? No, of course it's a laboratory. I wasn't thinking. Perhaps you're right, friend. Think for a moment. Every ingredient in the soup of collective knowledge is a valuable one, and who am I to elevate myself over more humble pioneers? But all the more reason for us to regard cuisine, and by extension, culture itself, to be a scientific endeavor, an ongoing trial and error, a blending of what we know and what we don't know, calling upon reality itself to be our guide. You're more insightful than I realized. Thank you for this discussion. Do you need aught else? No. We're good.
I found the inventor of Huel.
Of what?
Huel.
Huel.
It's one of the meal replacement things.
Is it human
It's the
fuel?
one. It's human fuel. It's the one that wasn't giving people drastic food poisoning every time they took it.
It's the one that's not directly named after, like,
Cannibalism.
cannibalistic. Yeah, dystopia.
Soylent is so funny to me.
You know, I don't think
Sometimes
it's
you just need
usually.
some heavy metals in your diet.
Uh, I don't think Starlight gets brought up very often with the context of the uh, hey, you weren't supposed to build the Torment Nexus, but
Mm,
it is very directly that thing.
yeah.
Uh,
I mean, everyone's telling me I need to get more iron and zinc. Why shouldn't I also get more lead?
should we preserve our exotic foods as well as our fresh foods? I don't know what our
You
exotic
can go
foods
to
are.
it, but generally, like,
Oh,
yeah, most of these,
those.
yeah, you're
Mm.
just going to want to
Gotcha.
actually use as consumables rather
Yeah,
than
yeah, yeah. So what
ingredients.
is? Oh, show 2 hidden recipes, missing ingredients. Yeah, we're missing
Yeah,
ingredients for the porridge.
Porridge.
you
We
need
don't have
fermented
any
Need fermented
fermented
yuckweat
yuckweed
stem.
stems, and we don't have
Or
and no
honey.
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 Whenever you eat an unfermented yuckweed stem, you release an electrical discharge per electrical generation at level 5-6. I love things that say, as in this other thing that isn't listed, which I assume is some kind of, well, spell equivalent. In this case, probably, I don't know.
It's a mutation.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Well, let's, keep making this probably.
Cade Wolf's electric current over.
Yep.
I didn't get through the rest of it. That's a good name for a meal.
Boop beep. Drink deeply of life, child. Are you finding your way? Streaks of gray head hair and crunched skin around her eyes point to Hortense's right sitting point on life's timeline, but her frame remains straight, her hands remain dexterous, and her muscles are full of vigor and responsive. Her bearing is sharp and unsoftened with age. Her lips are pursed in the tension of rational thought. But she is comfortable. Her movements are unrushed. There are hints of joy and warmth in her face. They shine through the dense layers of tissue grown out of careful routine. What's up?
This lady's mouth. She is a
Yeah,
rational lady.
that's right. She's pursed in the tension of rational thought. Uh, do you know anything about Bethesda Sousa? There are pools of convalescence there. You see, when cryogenic mist condenses, it forms a cool, luminous liquid that's restorative if you're able to bathe in it. And there are some of the in some of the ruined wards, the alchemist keeps their shop. Who's the alchemist, you ask? A sort of enigmatic figure, amateur liquid tinker, poet, merchant. Their methods aren't scientific, but they are useful if you're seeking a specific kind of liquid. Just be careful around them.
Always
Your
seeking a
hair
specific
is
kind of
so
liquid.
gray. How long? Love to just go up to someone and say, "Your hair is so gray. How old are
So you
you?"
can say very rude things to people in this game.
You can.
Hey, you're a bear. Why can you talk?
Could you tell me about the other barothromites? I won't denigrate them or presume to speak for what's in their hearts, but I can direct you around the contours of the impressions they've left on me. Okay. Wow, look at all these,
Hortensia.
eh,
I'm too rational to gossip. I will simply describe the.
oh, I can't. There we go. The contours of the impressions they've left on me. Otho. Brassy. If you bent him, he might snap. The way I treat liquids on my burner, Otho treats the units of the Enclave.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Darty.
How's Jim?
Fiery, blustery, like the stews he cooks. If you're going to chat with him, make sure you have your schedule cleared and a ewer of honeyed wine. Okay. Yeah.
You said
Okay.
you weren't gonna denigrate people.
Uh, yeah. A lot of people say I'm not going to talk bad about someone,
I just
but
think he's kind of dumb as shit and talks too much.
she
Not in
doesn't.
like a rude way. I'm just saying fact.
I don't think she says he's dumb, but she does say he talks a lot. Precious Shem, they've such a wider view of the world than we do. What a momentous obligation we've created for ourselves, and how I wouldn't undo it. Okay. Sure. Let's talk to about these people we have not met yet. Starting with Barathrum. Larger than life, paternal concern. The lenses of his eyes are focused on the far points of the world. Sure. Jacobo. Sharp as a tack and living a life of deep meaning, inventive and orderly. I can't say I understand his music, but I do love how expressive he is with it. Okay. Jacobo's a
I
composer?
don't say that I like
Or
his music
musician?
or think it's good, but I'm glad that he's having a nice time doing it.
Spare a few style. I have such a precious vantage point on my sweet neighbor. When he achieves a moment of perfection in his craft, a flawlessly spiraled barrel, a mound of powder measured to the grain, he beams like the high salt sun. What a lovely smile. Okay.
Nice.
Q girl. She explodes like gas and dust in a quiet corner of the galaxy. Radiant, revolutionary. She's a good listener and companion for supper, which you mightn't expect.
It was unnecessary. You don't need to say she seems like she would be bad company, but she isn't. You can just say she's good company. Hortensia loves to talk shit.
After supper, I like to retreat to the library, take a storybook off the shelves, flop down on the chair bear,
Share bear.
and lose myself in another world. Many of these worlds feature places, markets, gardens, ships. Many of those places have bells. When they do, I always think of Maffeo. More than anything else, Maffeo could be a character in the bright world of a story, where this dusty place is self-confined to a mere storybook. I really don't know what that means. Isepa, our sleepy sage, so sweet. She calms me. I sit in her room and we muse on the nature of things. Okay. Neek. I've instructed Neek since they were a little cub. What a strange one. Bouncy, full of smiles, but brilliant in their own way. My favorite book in all the world is Neek's Spider Webs on Hover Sleds. Who would have ever thought?
Delicious.
Yeah. I've shared my honey with that prickly troglodyte for more years than I can count. I can't help but like him, but while he won't admit it, he feels the same about me.
He likes me. He likes me.
Ereshkigal. We've heard. She's a sphinx, so enigmatic that one. It's not clearly clear if she was there waiting when Q-Girl succeeded in reading the mainframe's guts, or if she sparked into being that very moment, or was it some synthesis of the two? We've heard the name before, right? But I don't remember in what context.
Oh, 5 or 10.
Let's ask about something else.
Just ask her about why her hair is so grey.
God. Years, decades on decades, centuries perhaps. Most of these wet-eared cubs were merely sketches in their mother's dream books when I arrived to study under Barathrum. We knew so little then, know so little now. Are you a
Are you a
liquid
liquid tinker?
tinker? You're sharp, Kid Wolf. In a way, that's what I am, but liquids are more willful than scrap. I can't solder them together. They would run away, hide in the shale cracks, slowly come apart and disappear. I mostly think of myself as a wise woman in dialogue with them. I manage their moods and phases. My notebooks are full of their quirks and caprices. It's a wonder, isn't it, how at just the right temperature and pressure of the continuity of matter is smashed apart, how the gaseous butterfly flits out of the dense worm.
Oh, Hortensia, calm down.
So this is just the same. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess if you ask all the other questions first, you can be less rude about asking that.
Maybe it's
So-
just because we've asked it once already.
That could be too, yeah, actually. An odd trinket and a weird artifact. Okay.
2 drams.
A bubble level.
Mobile. Great.
Okay.
It's a spirit level.
Yeah. A spray bottle. Okay. She does sell honey. Also asphalt. Not that we need that. Oh, she's got a book.
Yeah.
I can't read the book.
Wonder Pip has been saved by Hortensia 8 times.
Wow.
I assume in real life.
Yeah, yeah. Greetings, Sparafusile.
Sparafusile raises one long-fingered hand in greeting.
Do you know anything about Bethesda Souza?
Sparafusile instructs you to wait and spends a minute or so rifling through the papers and scraps scattered across his workbench. At last, he produces a graphite sketch of a cylinder, an expertly rendered specular, revealing its surface to be shiny like glass. The detail of the cylinder's contents are indistinct and dark, but somehow menacing. Sparafusile points to the glass and makes a braking motion, then draws a thumb across his throat.
He's a harm artisan. Yes. Have to be careful of glass tubes.
Sparafusile nods.
Thank you for your clarity and patience, Tinker friend.
With a small smile of gratitude, Sparafusile taps his chin with a flat hand and lowers it toward you like a drawbridge.
If I might change the subject.
With a nod, Sparafusile waits for you to continue, keeping his eyes focused on your lips.
Why are you staring at my mouth? You're a bare few words.
I have
Again.
never encountered lip reading before.
Your carbine is as fine an instrument as I have ever wielded.
Sparafusile smiles. He raises a flat hand to his chin and lowers it in your direction.
Are you happy living in this cave, away from the sun and open sky?
Sparafusile gives you a warm smile and a firm nod. Pressing both pointers to their respective thumbs, he taps these finger circles together before his chest and rotates both hands in place until the smallest of his long fingers touch. Finally, he gestures towards the other Barathamites working at their stations.
You're happy because you're with your family?
Sparafusile nods.
What do you sell? A metered mod.
Wonder Pip says Sparafusile is Italian for gun shooter or something like he who shoots guns.
Okay, good.
Gun boy.
Shoot Man, like the
Shoot.
Metal Gear 1 boss. Or Shoot Gunner, I think is what that is. Which is very funny. Metered item has a readout displaying its charge percentage. Okay. A fungicide pump. Okay, interesting. A laser pistol. Oh, a
Ooh,
random
random
point
point recoiler.
recoiler. God.
That's the good shit.
That seems
No.
good. That seems great to me. I want a random point recoiler and the holographic face.
Just go somewhere.
Somewhere and then be like, you love me!
Well, at least they're hopefully neutral. Uh, wrist calc. Well, I don't know what this does.
Sparafusile.
Okay, I don't think we need to. Oh,
Sparafusile makes an L shape with both hands, thumbs facing down and fingers pointed towards one another, before flipping both hands so that his thumbs face up. He then raises a closed fist to his mouth, thumb out, and mimes drinking from it. This done, he nods once more and turns back to his work.
okay. Come back. I... There we go. Cute girl. Live and drink in sign language. Yes, that is what I assumed.
Quetzal, welcome to the workshop, friend.
What does Quetzal mean? I guess let's look. She's an opal in the monochrome. Her hair is a quasar of red ochre and indigo in the blanched light of the workshop. Her cartilage is pierced by polyhedral rings that spin an antinomy to the cave's simple geometry. Beneath the quills, her skin is decorated in furcate lines, fantastic elaborations on the patterns of discarded circuit boards. She's surrounded by apparatuses of her own creation. Through the harmony of those machines, she cuts a swath through the entropic brine that sizzles around her in a loudening chorus. Hated by oozes for questioning the legitimacy of their hierarchies. Disliked by the Hindred of Bela for her queer appearance. Great.
Yeah, we know all about the fucking Hindred of Bela.
Admired by the villagers of Canip for developing a quantum mechanical model. Cool. Polyhedral rings, strange tubes, life loop, gigantic weird artifact. Plastifer sneakers. They love to have their sneakers.
I shaved the sides of my head this week because it's summer, so I also have a queer appearance.
Baylot does not like you.
No.
Water ritual.
Oh, wow. Rep going down in Bela.
Defoiliant grades Mark II. I don't think I need those. But we can get more reputation with the Barathermites. Is there something above favored? I assume there is.
Adored. Congratulations on your queer appearance, Wonder Pip.
We'll come back if we need to. What does Quetzal mean?
It's a
In
bird.
the game. Yeah.
It's a word I say out of excitement. Sort of a semantic extension of the feeling I get when I see a quetzal. Oh, a quetzal is a pretty bird in the Trogon family. I tend to incorporate things I like into my idiolect.
Oh boy.
She really is Tumblr.
Oh no.
Go on.
I was like, okay, she seems cool. Then we talked to her. I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
No, she doesn't seem cool.
No.
I'm sorry, but she's a nerd.
This is
Ask her about her hair.
that's your hair is a quasar of red, ochre, and indigo. I can't believe we can fucking say that to her. What does that mean?
The look command is just your impression of what she
Yeah,
looks like, alright?
yeah, but I would say that to someone.
Well, yes, but your character would, because your character is also a fucking nerd.
Quetzal, thank you, thank you. What a poetic metaphor. You're a regular Shakespeare, aren't you?
We got an achievement for complimenting. There must be 100 gadgets here. What are you working on?
Oh, Quetzal! A wave shortener for the shortwave detector, a frustrum pulley for the iron lathe, a thrice retro-threaded M-band, she continues, and a dissertation on the illegitimacy of power. Quetzal!
Aha. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, good luck with your frustrum culling. Otho informs me that you have a
That
method
sounds
for.
obscene.
That you have a
Hey,
method
baby,
for.
you wanna pulley my frustrum?
You have a method for decoding the signal. Can you encode your instructions for the Betel onto this disk?
I do, brave friend. I'll imprint them now.
Thanks, you girl.
We got 250 XP for talking to someone incredibly annoying. If I got 250 XP every time I had to have a conversation with someone annoying, I would be level 20 by now.
Sarkleton says it's the most obscene rendering technique. Frustrum
It
culling.
keeps you from seeing things, from seeing all the obscenity, and that makes it even more obscene.
Oh,
It's the blindfold of rendering techniques.
where did... God darn these people. Okay, you're not moving. Well, no. Maffeo. Welcome to Grit Gate, apprentice. Care to enhance the quality of your stay with a wise purchase? Do you know anything about Bethesda? Lovely, but a bit dangerous for a holiday destination. You'll want to bring bandages and warm clothing. Why not take a look at my stock in case something suits you? This guy is just... They're on the ball. What wares do you sell? Oh, I sell whatever sundries that meet my standards of quality with some measure of curation. I try to ensure that my shelves carry a bit of many things, but you can count on finding more than enough ammunition and a few recoilers that can lead you back here in difficult times. If you have anything in need of identification, why would you need more than one? I can take care of that for a few grams as well. What is this place? Gritgate. Oh, the vaulted halls, the glint of chrome. Gentle hum, chain turn placements. Okay.
Maffeo's got that grind set. We need like a coat or something? Jerkin.
I suppose that is true. Well, this thing's obscenely expensive.
Gives us heat resistance, cold resistance, electrical resistance, acid resistance.
Polarized spectacles.
Ooh.
Chain pistol.
Can't have it all. Can't have it all.
What? Oh,
In the
can't
food.
have it all.
Can't have it. Can't have it all.
Fix an animal
The
with
stencil on the
claws.
tin. Go on.
Yeah. Stencil on the tin, fix an animal with claws. Or are they hooves? Snoots? Or horns? Antlers? Pucker its nose and brow, shaggy knotted fur, or ruffled feathers? Sheath it from the heat, or cold. That's random
Adds
effects
random effects to
to
cooked meals.
meals. Great,
I
good.
love that.
No thank you. What the hell is this thing? This is the Becoming Nook.
Mmm. Welcome, aristocrat, to becoming a nook.
Oh,
No, to a becoming nook. You are one step closer to the grand unification. Please choose from the following options.
I
Learn about
see.
cybernetics. Install cybernetics. Uninstall cybernetics. Upgrade your license. Credits 6. Licensed 2. Points used 2.
In theory, have it all can kill you immediately. Good, I'm glad. Learn about cybernetics.
Your curiosity is admirable, aristocrat. Cybernetics are bionic augmentations implanted in your body to assist in your self-actualization. You can have implants installed at becoming nooks such as this one. Either load them into the rack or carry them on your person. How many implants can I install? Can I uninstall implants? Return to main menu. Insightful question, aristocrat. Each implant has a point cost, and the total point cost of your installed implants can't exceed your license tier displayed at the bottom of the screen. You can upgrade your license at a nook by spending cybernetic credits.
Oh, that's what they're for. Can I uninstall implants?
Aristocrat, your question was most finely uttered. You may freely install and uninstall implants at a nook, though some implants are destroyed when uninstalled or can't be uninstalled at all.
Let's upgrade our license. We've got cybernetic credits.
Yeah. Become a finer aristocrat. Upgrade your license tier with cybernetics credit.
Do we only have... Oh, I see,
No,
because
it's
we're at...
You one at a
cost
time.
1 credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have 6
Boop, boop, boop,
credits.
Yep.
Yeah. You are becoming aristocrat. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop.
Is there anything else you spend these cybernetic credits on?
No, it is solely for upgrading your license.
Okay.
Boop, 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 boop.
Like, I guess you can sell them for money, but as a Truekin, you do not want to do that.
Right. Okay, do we have any already? We do. We have the optical techno scanner. I don't remember what this does, but I think it was... Oh, this is the robot scanner, right? Compared to
Yeah,
our
it's the
Bido
equivalent
scanner
of
equipment.
scanning bracelet.
Yeah.
But
That's good. I mean, we got points to...
Yeah.
and you can always uninstall the cybernetics later. So.
Oh, this just
Face.
goes in the face, though.
Please choose a target body part.
Because you only have one thing
Yeah.
in the slot, right?
Correct.
If we want to get the other thing, if we can afford it, that's also a face thing.
You can definitely afford it. You have enough trade goods that you could go buy it right now.
Okay. I mean, it seems incredibly good.
Mm. I live, but do I drink?
Oh, it takes 6 license points. Okay, so it does take all the rest of ours as well. I didn't realize it was that high.
That seems worth it.
I mean, yeah, it's... really good.
Oh no, our silver nugget is rusty.
It does seem to have happened. Yes.
It's much lower value. Do you want to sell the silver nugget? Will we be able to fix
Don't.
it for free?
I
Can
was
we
gonna say
fix
you
it?
should. Yeah, you can
Oh, okay.
either spray a fix-it foam on it, or I think you can actually get a tinker to repair it, uh, and then pay you more money for the repaired rusted nugget
Gotcha.
than it costs to repair it.
Okay. Let's see. Jump range is increased. I mean, so we can't install anything else at the moment because we already have 2 points installed. What do we have currently installed?
You have the arm stabilizers that give you +6 agility
Oh, right. That
or
is very
30
good
accuracy.
for us. Um, yeah, I was just wondering if we should. I guess, is there anything here I can take off? I guess I could take off some of the nuggets. There we go. Okay. That's probably fine, I assume.
I would probably add in all of the copper nuggets and just take out the silver nugget, just for weight
Oh,
purposes.
yes.
Weight efficiency.
I was looking at the 100 and 200. I forgot that I had those down there selected for 50. Okay, there we go. 740 seems good. They will pony up 5 drams. Okay, great.
Stick this thing in our face. You are becoming aristocrat. Beep 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 beep. Installing holographic visage. Interfacing with nervous system. Complete. Congratulations, your cybernetic implant was installed. Cats. We should probably go for machinists, right?
Oh, well, we could change it at will, right? Is what it said.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is not locked. You have the ability to change it with an action.
Well, I'm just gonna set it to barathramites right now until we leave. Just.
Okay.
Ah, we got an achievement for become loved by a faction, so that's what's above favored. You're one step closer to the grand unification. Uh, let's look at what that does now, what it says. Oh god, there's okay, there's a scroll bar on the left, the natural place where scroll bars go. They revere you and consider you one of their own. Okay. So who do we still need to find? I think this guy up here we haven't talked to, right? Jacobo. His face is small and shorn of all fur, and a gleaming silver rondure adorns his right ear. All his quills are trimmed to impeccable precision. He's got a fullerite maul.
Hell yeah.
Jacobo, do you have any advice for entering Bethesda, Souza? The Temple of the
The
Rock
Temple
is.
of
Please go. That's like,
we both wait for the exact same amount of time before talking.
I kind of give you a chance if you want to read it.
The Temple of the Rock is cut off from the wider world, and I hear the Mechanimist colonists no longer recognize High Priest Escalstat. That said, if you are favoured by the Mechanimists, if you are welcome in their holy places, then I'm no doubt that Fine Hosier will grant you peaceful entry.
What can you tell me about Gripgate?
We're a vibrant community here. A circle of monks mapping the outer lattices and raising viaducts where we need to. We remain secluded to protect ourselves. Otho and Barastrom insist on it. They are wise, and I defer to them. My collaboration with Sheba Hag does cause them worry, but they tolerate it, bless their hearts.
Sheba Hag.
Oh, Sheba Hagadius. She's the librarian at the Cathedral of the Six Distillers.
Oh!
My water sister and cohort in Chrome.
Yeah, I didn't remember her name. What's the meaning of the chrome orb earring you're wearing?
It's the Silver Rondure. It's a mark of devotion to the Casafessence.
What's the Casafessence?
Beauty Manifest, whose Chromian shoals are ore itself. In my belief system, she's the being from when all metal was birthed. Out in the Evervoid, there are pieces of her in every chrome belfry and every machine. Even bits of her in our own blood. For me, her essence extends beyond mere metal. Anything that's ordered, she infuses. A poem, a mathematical proof, a clean workspace. So, definitely not Q girls. Hey!
Got her!
Fucking get her! Fucking got her!
So, you're a mechanimist?
Of a sort, yes. I am part of a branch who defy the Casafessence only. We believe the Argent Fathers to be earthly beings, important to the faith's early history, but not divine.
Aha, I see. We don't think that they are Christ's representative on Earth.
I think Jesus was just a cool guy.
Fully human, but not fully divine. Have you made other songs?
Many, many. This is my third collaboration with Sheba. Our first two collections were called Immaculate Chrome and Outside In.
Right. Okay. I didn't realize he's doing albums with the librarian. I didn't
Yes.
quite understand that.
Experimental albums.
You have so
I
many
went-
data discs. Sorry.
I saw a live performance of like experimental improv music that was like an accordion and a trumpet.
Oh dear.
How
was
it
that?
was fine. Like it's not as bad as you would think. But I was like, wow,
Not
this
as
is just
bad
really,
as you would think. It's a great
just
endorsement.
really not my thing. I wouldn't mind it as like background music to something, but I don't want. It was not sufficiently interesting for it to be the only thing I was paying attention to.
Uh-huh. Don't I know it? I've had to invent 8 separate systems of organization to manage them all. At the moment, I'm trying out a new one. Harmonicus Spiral Alice. Spiral towers with heights increasing according to harmonic series of numbers. It's fine. Problem is, I'm always subscribing more discs, new contraptions, reverse engineered artifacts. It's a good problem to have, I suppose. Take a look, see if any interest you. I would love to. You offer, ooh, flaming. This weapon deals additional heat damage. Cool. Woolly. This item grants resistance to heat and cold. Cool. Hulk Honey Injector. Long reach grappling gun. A tension spring shoves a firing pin to bang a barrel of gas and eject a long cable grapple at precise range, and then a winch winds it back. We could get a fucking grappling gun?
You sure fucking can.
Beneath the metal, let's see here. Scrap sand chair. Bull-shaped basket of scratch textiles and padding yawns at the promise of a humble, comfortable embrace followed by a laborious escape.
I
I
had one of these chairs.
Yeah,
as
I
a
was like,
kid.
oh, I understand exactly what this means immediately.
Yes.
That's good. That's great. Okay. Oh, another chemicals Kermake. Uh, these seem potentially useful, though I don't know.
I walked into the kitchen to get food, and the first thing that Connor said to me was, "It's not very good."
Oh no.
Let's find out.
What is it?
Noodles.
Noodles.
Fine.
It's
You
fine, it's
can't
not
fuck
bad.
up noodles too badly.
Yeah, it's fine. It's nice. You can tell him it's nice.
Seppa. Ah, is our new short-fingered friend. Set a spell if you like setting. Do bears have long fingers?
Yeah, they got like long claws, I guess. Well, they've also
I-
got quills, so
Yeah, but short-fingered. Like I don't think of bears as having long fingers. Yeah, I guess if you include the claws.
maybe your guy
Oh,
has just got particularly short fingers. It's not like
you know,
it's not something specific to the bears. It's something specific to you.
That could be.
You just got weird short hands.
What were you gonna say, Mary?
I was just going to say, they are all triple jointed, so, maybe they
Ah,
just have, like, particularly long fingers to
They're
accommodate
triple
the.
jointed?
Yes.
Oh. Set a spell if you like
these noodles
setting,
are really
or
good.
spells, or a Seppa. If you like a Seppa, this is a very good place to be. Soft Ursheeb's pale sea eyes achieve a sort of focal paradox. They appear to focus both impossibly close on the screws and fasteners she sorts ahead of her, and impossibly far on the horizon of attainable thought. Her eyelids rest low with the weariness of both tasks. Oh right, this is the person Hortensia said was Sleepy Sage?
Sleepy Sage.
It's like, oh yeah, you can go to her and just hang out and fall asleep. Do you know anything about Bethesda Sousa? Bethesda Sousa is an antipodal place, a gallery of life and death and the stages between. Its depths prolong life and end it early, remove life from the flow of days, or return it. It will seek to make you late. Take care you come back on time. What are you working on?
It all mean on the other side of the equator.
Yeah, the
People call
antipodes, right?
Australia.
Like places on opposite sides.
Here is the description for just a like generic Ursheeb, which is what all the Barathramites are
Uh-huh.
outside of them. Uh, their hunched back is sewn with tufts of white fur and needle quills. The nose at the end of their bare snout is dark and wet. Long, slender, triple-jointed fingers sprout from their pudgy paws and flutter with composed precision. So,
Oh,
yes,
triple jointed
they got long
fingers.
fingers.
Okay.
Weird long-fingered bears.
Yeah.
So they just have an extra segment on their fingers.
Hmm.
Interesting. What are you working on? I am taking inventory of my faculties and looking for any that I might not have previously considered. Oh, uh, have you come to any conclusions? Not yet. That's not the point. I see. Mm-hmm. Are you tired? I'm always
Boring you,
tired,
Isepa?
friend. My sleep comes in fits and starts, and always with ghastly visions. Sometimes my rest must be coaxed along with the medicine. You have prophetic visions in your sleep? I don't know that they're prophetic. No, my nightmares are a concoction of my disordered mind. Nothing more. The fumes from this cauldron have nothing to do with the future, save how they affect it. I'd rather speak of something else, friend. Oh. I wish to know more about you. I am Seppa, and she is
Someone's
me.
like, yeah, I don't sleep well. I just have a lot of nightmares. And you're like, wow, you're a prophet. No, I just have nightmares.
I've given thought to being someone else, but never enough to try. What can you tell me about the other Marathonites? I would never think to steal from you the delight of forming opinions of my enclave on your own. Besides, that sounds like rather a lot of talking. What does she sell? An incredibly expensive plastifer jerkin again. The scaled umbered frock. 250 reputation with unshelled reptiles. And some
Think
tinkering
how much
goods.
that in combination with our holographic face would make the reptiles love us.
Uh-huh. Who's this? Neek. Greedy. Let's look. Their face is tender, clean, and dotted with tiny furs. Their head hair is gelatinized and shaped into a sharp rectangle. Oh my god. Their eyes are light and wide. Weird clothing hang about their narrow frame, and their fingers fidget in patterned asynchronicity. Occasionally they beam a grin and freeze their motion before resuming as if nothing happened.
Good.
They're wearing crocuses.
Now, this guy understands fashion.
Greetings? It's sort of like Neek stares at you awkwardly. No, but I'm just kidding, huh? I'm just kidding.
Just jidding. What?
What?
This is like the guy at the restaurant who
Yeah,
pretended to mishear
what?
the waitress's name and acted as if that was a joke.
Do you know anything about Bethesda Sousa? It's sort of like this. You go to the Beetle, you talk to it, you say, look, where's every beaded bracelet in the jungle? Where's every beaded bracelet in the Watermine Marsh? Where's every beaded bracelet in the River Spy? And then tells you to go get the bracelets. What do you do around here, Neek? It's like what I don't do is drink Hortense's sludge soup samples. I drank them once, and she saw me and just sort of smiled tactfully, but I could tell on the inside she was like, wow. So I don't do it. Neek winks at you. She knows I still do it. Your hair is so rectangular. Neek chanting, rectangular hair, rectangular hair, rectangular hair. Sort of like when prehistoric lizards would grow big sails to regulate their body temperatures. You'd say, I like it, but it looks so organically generated. What if you filed it into a sharp rectangle? What can you tell me about Gritgate? It's a big bear city with a lot of books and scratched brass and strange noises, but if you start chanting in sync with the noise, Otha will hush you. Sort of like this, let me explain. Isepa is napping, so you peek into her room and rearrange your papers. Then you walk down the hall and say, ding ding, so Maffeo shakes his head and dings back. Then you fulminate by Hortensa. You fulminate right on by. You hug her too. Then you scoot over and hug Spyra. Then you scoot over to Jacopo and look over his shoulder and nod like this. You go and run a Q-Girl and tap all the gadgets and tap her on the head. Then you sneak by Otho's office. Then you hug Shem -1. And you drag them to the library and read to them. Sometimes Barathrum and Hortensia are in there and they smile at you. Then you get hungry and you roll towards the kitchen. You slurp honey from the vase and Darty glares at you. You say, I'm just jitting. Then you climb the pipes and whisper to Lacious, live and drink, live and drink, live and drink. Then you pat the chromelings on their heads. You say to Reshkagol, boom, 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 I love you. Then you sneak into storage and pat all the chromelings on their heads. You take a nap in the peptic chair, and then you get a bright idea and go back to your room to write in your notebook.
When someone on Twitter is like, we have to normalize only texting your friends once a week and only when you want something, and also sending this specific emoji, and it's like, that's just, you're just describing a thing you like to do, which is fine, but that's not a general description.
Uh-huh.
You're saying Neek is this person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Neek is like, it has become lost in the specifics.
I guess. I don't know.
I think Neek is just sort of a guy, you know?
I was like, oh, we had to have someone more annoying than Q-Girl.
Neek is less annoying than Q-Girl.
Jesus Christ.
I disagree.
Yeah, Sparkletone understood what I meant.
Carbide plate armor.
Ooh.
Grassy yurt mat. It's 2D
What did you
people
call me?
occupying same tile as foliage. An odd trinket.
A weird aspect.
Fidget cell. Regains charge when water held in it much more quickly while in combat. Cool.
I heard those abandoned schools now.
Fidget cells.
Yeah.
A box of crayons.
Ooh.
They sample the iridescence of the world and offer the tools to expand it. A dart gun. Oh, that's cool. Great. Ugh. Oh, it's way down. What is an infiltrator?
Robot.
I think the main example of the type of tweet that I'm thinking of is people going like, "Can we please normalize having sex with your friends?" Specifically, this one friend that I'm thinking of, and I want to be able to have sex with them without having to have an awkward conversation about it. Can we please just normalize like cuddling your friends and then having sex with them, especially when they've got is when they smell good and they come over to my house on Friday evenings and watch TV with me and we have a couple of drinks.
Yeah, I don't think I've run into this.
I think it's a queer poly people thing.
Yeah, that seems that makes sense to me.
It's a specific
Yeah.
type of like someone who's queer and too online and just has a crush on one of their friends and is like, I think we should just normalize like platonically having sex with your friends. It's like, no, you just want to date this specific person. It's fine.
Yeah. I do not follow people who talk about this on... I mean, to be fair, I don't really follow people who talk about their personal lives very much on social media at all. Like, other than, like, maybe, work with shit. Like... Have we talked to everyone that we can talk to? Because there are locks to doors and stuff, so it's like we can't... I assume like Barathron's somewhere in one of these locked rooms that we can't get to. And I'm trying to remember if there's anyone else that we saw on the list that we haven't talked to. I think we've talked to basically everybody. Is there anyone we've missed, Mary?
So there's no one you missed. There are a few people you haven't talked to yet, but you just can't get access to them.
Yeah, you can't get to them. Okay.
You want to go downstairs? You want to go do?
Oh yeah, there is a basement. That's right.
Yeah.
Or well, a sub level. We're already underground.
Reload your gun.
Great.
I'm mostly just saying because I realized it was completely empty. I was like, please just.
You wanna pop the quick save now that we've just spent a lot of time.
Sure.
I think
it would say it here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, on you leaving a town. So you can also just hit F5. It's not like it's a big deal, but
yeah.
I think it did create a checkpoint.
I just keep fucking myself up by forgetting to save after a conversation in Baldur's Gate and then dying, and then I have to redo the entire conversation.
That game is
and then
fucking...
and then I don't roll as good the second time.
Yeah. That game is unbelievably bad about its save system for a, like, big AAA modern game from, you know, the past 5 years. Like, it's astonishing.
I just sort of I reflexively quick save like pretty frequently, so I haven't.
That's what everybody had to learn because people started playing it, and then it would lose like an hour of play or more. Yeah.
Alo keeps doing that because she can't remember to quick save because she's got brain damage.
Astonishing how, it's so strange.
Whenever I'm watching,
this is a solved problem.
Connor also doesn't quick save very often. Whenever I'm watching Alo or Connor play, I'm just like, hey, you want to quick save? Hey, you want to quick save? Hey, you want to quick save again real quick?
Also, it's weird because, like, it keeps basically every single autosave, so it's not an issue
Does it
of,
keep
like...
all the autosaves? That's funny.
Like, I know I had this problem, and I've seen other... I mean, it wasn't really a problem, but I know I noticed this, and other people have noticed as well, where it's like, you get to the end of the game, and you have, like, a gigabyte save folder. Because the game
There's a button to delete all but the most recent save.
Yeah, but it's like, they clearly didn't get it, like, the save, like, the autosave settings are clearly not because they didn't want it to save too often and store up too much stuff. Like, there's just no basic, like, restrictions on that. It's just...
Yeah, you could autosave more often and like keep the most recent 20.
Yeah. Yes. Like, it's so bizarre to me. Like, what? Why?
I like just hadn't really noticed just because I reflexively quick save so often.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was just used to normal, like, because even though I quick save fairly often, I didn't have, and like if I play old games, I will have
Mm,
the kind of like instinct to just like quick save constantly, basically. But I
mm.
didn't initially have it with Baldur's Gate because it was like this is a modern game. I'm used to like basically it's gonna auto save when like I switch screens or something. And it just
I don't
doesn't
think I play
do
many
that.
modern games.
So I had to, yeah, just readjust to like just quick saving constantly, which is, you get used to it, I guess, but it's so high. A segmented mirthworm.
I'm enjoying how the game is called Baldur's Gate, and I've so far not been to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
But any time I finish a quest, someone's like, "Right, well, I'm off to Baldur's Gate. Maybe I'll see you there."
right, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, they're
my
constantly
character,
telling you.
my character doesn't have any plans to go to Baldur's Gate, as far as I know. Like, there's no particular reason. None of these people have spoken to me about like, "Oh yeah,
Well,
I think I'm gonna go to Baldur's Gate later." Everyone's just like, "Right, I'm off to Baldur's Gate. See you there."
I think because everyone you meet is on the way to Baldur's Gate, basically. It's also the only big city anywhere nearby, so like, there's not really, if you're on the road, where else the
Just
fuck are you
anytime,
going?
anytime I meet someone, I'm like, "Hey, I'll see you in London."
I think there's more cities around. Like, I don't think there's any cities around nearby. Because it's a weird fantasy world.
England.
Uh, yeah.
Yep.
This is a hostile robot. Nope.
No, now that
Nope.
you have the droid scrambler, way droids shouldn't be hostile ever.
Oh.
They are hostile to hermits, though.
Well, yeah, they don't have a scrambler. What are you fighting? You're fighting a droid. Oh. Oop.
Hang on, which one of these are we fighting? The bloody eyeless crab. Ah, bloody eyeless crab.
Oh, why is our, Oh, our bioscanning bracelet is drained.
Bloody slimy.
We're level 19.
Oh. I'm annoyed because I spent all of my money on some fancy new armor for Lae'zel and then immediately picked up some slightly better armor.
Uh-huh.
Classic RPG problem.
Hmm. Ooh,
Is there anything down here?
worms.
Caves.
Bears. Cud.
Bears.
Okay. Why do they have just this hole going down into this area?
You know,
They keep the worms. Worm basement.
sometimes they're just like routes down in caves that naturally occur.
They had a room dedicated to this. It was
Well,
in the
that's
middle
because-
of a thing with like
Yeah.
it's not a just random.
Built that around it.
Yeah, no, they
They found a
there's
hole and they built a little box around it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
why not? Why would you? Why?
Because you need to get down there.
No, in case you need to keep things that come up from there out.
Yeah, but you could just seal it.
But then you can't
You
get down
don't-
if you want to get down.
Yeah.
Why
Maybe
would
you
they
wanna
want to
get
go
down there
down?
Maybe they need worms.
Why would you want to go down literally any cave in Caves of Cud?
Well, mostly because the loot, or because the quest told me to.
That is a very RPG protagonist answer, yes.
I was like, I don't know. Why? That's why I'm asking, is why would they keep this open?
Do you just seal up random holes, like, that you happen to come across?
Look, if I built my big underground complex...
Seawolf ever have come across a random hole that he had to decide whether or not he was going to seal it up?
If I was building a big underground security complex for my robot cult, and there was a hole in it that led down into a big complex full of monsters that were hostile, yes, I think I would seal it. I don't think I would just leave it there and build like a nice little thing around it.
Here's the thing: you need an evacuation route in case of emergency. You know? And,
Yeah?
If it's on fire, they can go down the hole and then suffocate.
I would secure my evacuation route. I would put turrets down there and clear it out.
They've all got holographic visages.
Yeah? Uh-huh.
Sometimes you don't have the materiel necessary to do the things you
These
would
guys
like to do.
are fucking loaded. Look at all this shit.
Yeah, here's the thing about turrets. You need to be able to run power to them. Alright?
Yeah, they run a line down the big fucking hole!
Oh my god. Yeah, and what about after you secure the first floor down? What are you going to do about the second floor down? And then the
How
third
many
floor
floors down does your escape route go?
Maybe you should go find out by exploring down the escape
I
route
know,
hole.
it doesn't seem very useful.
This might be an argument in
Here's the
Seawolf's
thing.
favor, Mary.
No, here's the thing. They put the way droids down there in order to secure their escape route. That's why the way droids are down there. Okay?
Well, then why haven't they cleared it out all this shit?
Oh my god.
What are the way
Nature
droids
take its
doing?
course. I think they should have put a force field across it.
Yeah, they have a force field they can turn off and on. Or let people, not even turn off and on, but like configure who can go through it.
They've got one on that hole, it's just an invisible one.
So where is Bethesda Sousa? We travel north. Okay. Right, I was gonna look at... We want cold resistance, apparently.
Sure do. Of which you have maybe like 10 of right now.
I was like, probably none, unless it's on, like, our head. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll probably be on your cloak, too. Now that I see you're not wearing your backpack.
Yes, we have 20.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, 20. What is it? Oh, 20 cold resistance. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Well, we have 10 and 10.
Yeah. I just can't read.
Um...
Do the crocuses keep our feet warm?
No! They're useless.
They're crocs.
They give us a 100 reputation with unshelled reptiles. I don't call that useless. We've got to take a bath.
Well, we need to clean our equipment. We still have the way droid with us.
Doesn't anyone want it? I thought they would take it off us.
I also thought they would take it off us, but...
Can we sell it to a tinker?
Well, it's a quest item, still.
Mm,
I forgot about this thing. Uh, okay. So, yeah, if we want cold resist. So the one guy was selling a mod, or, well, the blueprint for a mod to make stuff cold resistant. So I don't know if that would be useful.
I
I
think
don't
that
know
would be useful in this circumstance.
how
Like,
the...
you need
Oh, yeah,
the
that's right. We have the chain laser gun thing
go to
eventually.
your attributes and powers real quick. Um, so you have 20 cold resistance. Okay, I
Mhm.
couldn't remember which archaeology you started out from, so like sometimes you have extra cold resistance already.
do we know
Uh,
how much cold resistance we need?
100
some.
makes you immune to it.
Okay,
Ooh.
that's a lot.
So basically, the more the better.
Yeah. It is just a percentage reduction in both damage from cold sources and the uh, effect of uh, things that change your temperature. So something would decrease you by 100 degrees, then it would only do 80 because of your 20 cold resistance. Uh,
And then, so where we're going, is it just going to be cold all the time?
yes.
Yes.
And are we just going to gradually take damage by being cold?
No, so you won't take damage just from being cold, but if you reach a certain temperature, you will just turn into a block of ice.
Mm,
But don't worry, if someone punches you while you're in a block of ice, your blood will splatter all over the block of ice and melt it.
okay, seems good.
Is it?
Yes, because it's better than being in a block of ice.
Well,
Is there an amount of cold resistance that will let us not become a block of ice?
100.
Oh,
Because at that point, you
damn.
will ignore all temperature changes that would decrease your temperature.
are there safe spots you can move between?
No. So,
Okay.
like, the way Bethesda Susa
Interesting.
works specifically is the deeper you go into it, the lower the ambient temperature of the air drops. So,
Uh-huh.
like, whatever. By default, uh, your character's temperature is going to be 26 degrees. But as you go lower, that is going to drop as, like, your body drifts towards air temperature in the relevant location. They Let me look up what the specifics are, but like once you hit a certain negative temperatures when you get afflicted by the block of ice effect.
Not you. Not you. Who was it that
Trying to
sold the
remember who's got the
mod?
jerkin. Oh, the mods.
Yeah.
Yes, it is minus 100 degrees is when you become frozen.
Damn.
Okay.
Uh,
I wouldn't enjoy being minus 100 degrees.
yeah, no, it would suck. Um,
It's not you.
yeah. So like one floor down in Bethesda Susta, it's 16 degrees rather than whatever 25 degrees. And as you go lower, that continues to decrease um, until like the final floors are around minus 100. So
Oh,
definitely
I think
recommend
we saw this
uh,
stuff before.
getting some cold resistance.
Reinforced. Plus 1 AV. Nice. Eigen rifle. Well, that seems cool. I don't know what it is, but
What, the Eigen rifle or the Ulnar stimulators?
the Eigen rifle.
Uh, it's a gun that shoots electricity.
Cool.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of video games with this gun. It generally looks cool and is generally bad.
It's like perfectly serviceable here. Uh, the notable part of it is that it penetrates uh, through enemies to hit stuff behind them.
Oh, that's
Or
nice.
rather, I guess I should say pierces through enemies because penetration is the
Yeah,
damage
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
roll thing. But yeah, otherwise, like, it's just like any other rifle.
Visual instrument and sensory augmentation. G edition. I
Uh,
appreciate the item mod thing. It just tells you what it does.
yeah.
The rest of them are just like, you know. I don't remember who had the thing. Oh, maybe it was you. Probably not. Nope. Oh, you do have a cybernetics credit wedge though, which I want. Gimme. Well, it's definitely not you. Was it you? No. Did we not? I don't remember this shit. Did their shit change?
Uh, go ahead and exit out real quick. You may have just hit the merchant refresh timer when you went
They did all
down
go to
the.
sleep.
That would be weird. Spring turret grenade. Yes. Good.
Oh
Throw a
yeah.
grenade that just spawns a turret. Oh.
I had an ability that let me spawn multiple copies of myself, and I just carried around 5 of those grenades. And every time I like spawned in
Uh-huh.
these parallel copies of myself, they'd all just start throwing those things out, and it ruled.
That's good. Yeah, maybe they all changed? That's...
Yes. So you can see it at the very top. You've kind of scrolled by the others, but it says Maffeo has restocked his inventory. You did, when you
Oh,
went down to
no.
explore those caves, manage to hit the rollover period
Oh,
on inventory
no.
refreshing. Oh,
Well,
unfortunately, they won't be selling the Woolly mod.
yeah, no.
You'll you'll most likely be able to find it
That's...
elsewhere. So,
Jerkin.
hello, Maffeo. You could ask them to identify their weird artifacts. See if that's anything neat.
A
What's a
recycling
recycling
suit.
suit?
Is this a still suit? Yes, okay.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it is.
Cool. A hover sled?
Yeah. You can
Fuck.
put that in your floating nearby slot, and it gives you, I want to say, like an extra 75 carrying capacity.
Mm.
That's cool. I love a floating disc.
Who doesn't?
Well, that's a bummer. I should have bought the thing.
You probably have schematic merchants at uh, the 6 Day Still if you just want to go dig through
Yeah.
their stuff, see what you can find.
Yeah.
And if not, I'm pretty sure you did learn reverse engineering, so you could, whatever, just find a
Yeah,
piece of woolly equipment
that's
and
true.
disassemble it.
Okay, I think I talked to everyone again. Check what they're selling. Did I talk to, what's his name? Shem.
He's most likely to the left.
Shem to the left.
Well, let's see him.
Yes.
They all just
I don't
kind
know
of
where
move
Shem
around
went.
a lot.
Yeah, Shem just, I feel like I normally see.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we ran into him the first time.
Yeah.
Don't know where they are.
Chillin'. I don't think Shem needs to sleep, but maybe he's sleeping.
I mean, I wouldn't assume so, but. uh, Maybe Shem just likes to sleep.
Distinctly possible. You could check the med bay, because you can also sleep in there. Well, cute girl's sleeping here. I don't know where Shem is. They disappeared.
Shem's gone. Shem's missing. We have to start a rescue mission. What if they're getting upgraded to Shem -2?
Where's Shem, Cromling?
Shem's not here, man.
Hmm. Hmm.
The difference between those two chrome links that were standing near each other. They had slightly different sprites. Here's Shem. Hello, Shem.
Shem, what have you
Salty
been up
slimy.
to?
Salty slimy Shem. Why are you salty slimy Shem?
I'm sure it's nothing that we had to do with.
It is
Shem's
entirely.
inventory didn't change. Okay. Shem just sells implants.
Well, unfortunately, there isn't a don't get cold implant.
I feel like there probably is, but not sale.
Not for sale right now. At here.
Well, that does remind me.
Welcome, aristocrats, to a becoming nook.
God darn
Welcome, aristocrat, to a becoming nook.
it. Oh, we need
Now we need
two.
to
Damn.
get to license tier 9.
Okay,
Yep.
we need another one. Forgot. Then we could install our robot scanner. Okay. Let's go up. Let's walk through all the shit.
God.
Okay, so we're here. That's Bethesda, so okay. Good to know where it is. Probably want to go to the 6-day stilt, I guess, as a starting point.
Rifle. You can eat some humble pie. Shall we change our visage so that they like
Oh,
us?
sure. It's a good thing to remember.
You might be able to do it from the ability screen as opposed to.
Oh, that's
You'd
right.
have
It
to.
is. It's an ability. It did say that. There it is.
Alter visage.
I guess
That.
Mechanimus right there who is here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we
We've
want to
got a
talk to
chair
the
to
librarian
throw
now.
in the 6-day still as well. Oh, we've
That's
got so many
also
books to
true.
sell.
We don't have that many books, but we have some.
Decent
And
XP for
read
that
the
first
books
one.
in the library if you're
What?
worried about them. At me or
Oh,
Darcy.
you can read them, is what you said.
Mhm.
Yes.
Great. Assume you just sell books. Yes. Right. Then we did have some stuff to put into the thingy.
Mhm.
Is that
Put some items in the hole.
uh
Sacrifice.
the chair? There's the
Yeah.
chair
And the plastic
and the
tree.
tree. Yeah. Great. +2. I don't know what all the merchants are.
Yeah, when you walk through a new area, it will say in that green text like schematics merchant or something to that sort has
Oh,
restocked their inventory if you're looking for a schematics merchant specifically.
I see.
By the way, you did learn repair at some point, right?
Mm,
It would be under tinkering
maybe.
in the skills.
Not yet.
Oh no, not yet. Okay,
We
Yeah,
could.
never
we
mind.
were talking about it.
Maybe we
Yeah,
should.
Eh, you'll want it eventually. You don't have to get
Repair our
immediately.
silver nugget.
Yeah, That was why I was
Yeah,
asking.
yeah, yeah. Oops. Vinter, Haberdasher, Chef, Pig Farmer, Goat Herder. Great.
I heard it might be kind of like a schematicist.
You could check out the Gutsmonger that is in the southeast corner when you pass through there. Now that you
Monger.
finally have some cybernetic license points.
Well, we used up all of our license points.
Yeah, but you have the ability to just swap things out.
Hmm. Is there a reliable way to get more license credits? Or would you just have
Buddhist
to
Templar.
find them? Hmm?
Kill Buddhist Templar. There's a certain faction that will reliably carry cybernetics credits, and killing them is the most direct way of getting them. The other notable way is if you explore historic sites, there will always be cybernetics credits at the bottom.
Well, we'd have to spend to identify all these, I guess.
Probably worth doing it just so you know what they are.
Night vision.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also goes in the face.
In the face if you
Reactive
believe in yourself.
cranial plating. Okay. Dermal insulation. Ooh, destroyed when uninstalled. But,
Unfortunately.
If we could get a couple more license points, that would be great.
intravenous port. The exotonic's lasts twice as long. Okay. I don't have enough water. I just sell one of these, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just sell an Ogre-8 belt.
Oh.
Like,
They weigh 30 pounds.
well, they weigh 10 pounds each. You have 3 of them. But you could do with the extra water since you're essentially out of water at this point.
Medasist module reduces the action cost of applying injectors by 80%. Can be loaded with up to 8 injectors, which the Medasist model ADI will automatically apply when appropriate at its own discretion for no action cost.
I think it's called Med Assist.
That makes more sense.
That would make more sense, yeah. I'm going to buy some Medicin to make me feel better.
I just thought it was like, you know, like Mechanimist. There's a Medassists or something. Like, there's some guys.
Mechanimist.
This is, just rude.
Cyberbullying is real.
Well,
And it
yeah.
can happen to me specifically.
We're hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're not famished yet.
Right.
You could stop and eat something if you want to, but
We
you don't
could
have
eat. I
to.
could eat.
Exotic liquids. Yeah, there's nobody who sells recipes.
You go get more of Connor's noodles.
Yeah, unfortunately, you might have just not gotten anybody who spawned in the stilt grounds who
We
actually
have
have the
just so
schematics.
much, like, fucking grenadiers and pig
Yeah.
farmers and goat herders and...
Maybe if we just take a herd of goats with us.
Yeah, you'll you'll just have to talk to uh, whatever tinkers in various villages.
Great.
Oh,
I think we were inspired, so we need to make a new recipe.
time for a new recipe.
I don't remember what our current recipes already are.
Well, if you name 3 ingredients, I'll tell you if it's one of your current recipes or not. Uh,
I think the other
no.
one is the spark tick plasma, but we had a first one that I don't remember what it was.
Oh, you like
It wasn't
food?
the spine
Name
fruit.
3 of their best ingredients.
How do I? Oh, right. I go back up to cook.
Yeah. Got an extra toughness for the day.
Can use quills
Oh,
or
I want
max
quills.
HP. It's
Quills, quills, quills. You get quills, and anytime you drink, there's a 25% chance you heal to full. There's a 25% chance you heal to full 15% of the time.
yeah,
Okay, that
yeah.
part's not
That part's not
very good,
useful.
but quills. I want
Uh,
quills.
So I recently listened to a podcast in which there was an extensive discussion of the mutations in Caves of Cud, and I
Look at
didn't
that.
understand all the details, but I did get the gist that quills aren't very good.
So here's the thing. You're not going to
Yeah.
have to suffer the drawbacks of quills
Yeah, I
if you
figured.
make it. So,
Uh, Darcy, did you see
The
the
new
the
brain
inaugural episode of
Patreon
the
podcast.
yes.
you talked over each other, and I didn't hear either of you.
Seolf is asking if you saw the Caves of Cud podcast that Rain.
Oh no, I haven't listened to that yet.
Okay,
I've been listening to Shelf by Genre.
I understand.
Well,
Also, I got really into
Mary
maintenance
gives a
phase, and
slideshow
I've been.
presentation.
Oh, okay, that's exciting.
You can look at the slideshow presentation if you want.
Yeah,
I
I
posted
pulled
it
it
in
up
the
while I was
chat.
listening, so I could go through the slides.
Where do I?
Oh right, you're not in the Discord. God damn it. Yeah.
Can you text them to me?
Yeah, I'll text you the link.
Thank you.
Gain the activated ability Quill Fling. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, yeah, where else can we go?
At this point, you, if you mean specifically to look for Wooly, you could
Well,
go.
just anything that would help.
Okay, in that case, go to the ruin of House Eisner.
Okay.
It should be in your journal.
Yeah, it's gonna be somewhere.
I understand why Connor thought these notes were bad.
West, because
No, it should be in journal.
well,
It might have been at the very top. Yeah.
Okay. That's over here. Yeah. Well, we could stop by Joppa on the way.
Do you have a Joppa recoiler?
I was about to look because I
Might, right?
remember.
Yeah, I don't remember
I
which ones you
think
have.
we got a. So we have a great recoil. We have a Joppa recoiler. Okay.
Yeah, we got it for finally doing the wire quest.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We have another one. Where's our other one?
It was
Do we?
in
I
there.
think we only had 2.
Kukina recoiler.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
just doesn't have a cell in it right now.
Okay, gotcha. Our pickaxe also rusted. That's right.
Well, seems like maybe we should
Argive has
learn to repair
restocked his
things.
inventory, and the Droman merchant.
Those two, see if they had anything.
I don't know where the fucking Droman merchant is.
Chilling.
Southeast corner.
Information about locations in Caves of Cuds you have just stored in your brain, Mary.
I don't really feel like it's that much, but and most of it's generalized. But like Joppa's the starting town, so
I have no spatial awareness or ability to retain spatial information. So any amount of remembering information about a location is impressive to me.
fair enough.
Quite often, if I'm playing a video game where you have to wander around, I will wait until Connor's there so he can tell me what direction to walk in, because I get lost every time I walk into a room and he's like, no, you've been that way already. No, you've been that way already. No, turn around.
Well, he's selling a freeze ray.
I don't think that will help.
I think this is going to address the issue.
He's also selling 9-fold boots. I don't know what these do. They're too expensive.
They probably make you walk 9 times as fast.
Sort of.
Selling a polarized telescopic monocle. Neat.
Cool.
Not something we need. They're boots you can wear if you have 9 legs. I assume
Not
that's
tell if
not
that's a lie
true,
or not.
but it could be.
Yeah. It's impossible. The only thing that makes me think it's not true is that Mary already said that my thing was basically correct.
What did you say?
I said it lets you walk 9 times as fast.
Oh.
Otherwise, I would have just believed Cheshire Gloom.
The ruins of the House of Eisner.
Yeah.
Well,
Ooh. Now that's a lake. A well is sort of a round tunnel down into the ground to where the water is.
oh look. It's a croc. Sadly.
Oh, let's.
Let's
wait,
try
Visos.
it. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, does this count as an unshelled reptile?
Yeah.
Or
Should.
does shell, yeah, I assume?
Tortoises are their own thing.
Yeah. Okay. Neutral. Look at that. Something's fighting. Well, there's a chest with a weird artifact.
Ooh.
A wet chest.
Hello to the ruin of House Eisner.
Okay.
Well.
I didn't realize the ruin of House Eisner was going to be like an object I can put in my pocket.
Yes.
House Eisner was really little.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the ruins of a
No.
house. But this is
No,
more of a Durin's Bane situation.
Yeah.
It's a fucking gun.
It sure fucking is.
Yeah, it's the item that brought ruin. Yeah, I get it now. The craftsmanship of this pistol worked in brass and chrome is breathtaking. Grips of kingswood call the palm to an airless wrap. The hammer is contoured to the thumb by the micro-inch, and the sight draws the eye down the barrel like the slipping of silk. It's engraved all around with withered ivy, and the muzzle is kissed in blood.
On
It's
a
very...
school trip to Kingswood once.
What?
I went on a school trip to Kingswood.
Ah, okay. It's very well crafted to be like perfectly fitted, but then it also has engravings on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, you know, as I think a lot of us know, those engravings give no tactical advantage whatsoever.
They make it easier to grip. It gives it a bit of texture.
Plus one ego. Critical hit sword of the sword get an extra +4 to penetration. When it fires a shot with the last round of ammo, the shot is perfect aim and is guaranteed to score a critical hit. Minus 400 reputation with water barons.
Cool.
Neat. Recall story.
Yes, you should record.
Oh god, do we need to read this?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
It's only 2 pages.
Do you want me to read it?
Sure, you can read it.
The 7 lords of House Eisner feasted on boargut and swilled wine from gilded cups in the ivy-strewn halls of their hold. They spared no concern for temperance, for the coffers of their house had swelled with gardeners' gold amassed through the sale of water drawn from the lords' wells. But as the gluttonous barons counted 7 amongst their clan, so had become numbered their days of debauchery when the son of a beggared gardener swore a vengeful oath in the name of his father against the house of Eisner. The penniless boy beseeched a gunsmith of great repute to craft for him a pistol of the most exquisite artistry, with which he could be sure to vanquish the 7 lords, and in return the boy promised the smith all the spoils of the battle. The smith, who in the hazel eyes of the boy beheld the spirit of vengeance, agreed. And so the boy, armed with the masterwork pistol, cast open the doors of the Hall of Eisner with a fury that shook their iron hinges and seized upon the supping lords. Before any of them had yet set down their gilded cups, the boy unholstered the pistol and shot dead 6 of the sons of Eisner. The last lord rejoiced at his fortune and reached for his hip, from where he would sling a pistol of his own at the spent boy.
Next page, please.
Next slide, please. But as his crooked finger freed his holster's strap, the boy shot the lord between the eyes, for the smith had crafted for the boy a pistol with 7 chambers and 7 slugs. Such was it that on this day the house of Eisner fell.
Sometimes you just have to read about a guy who had a 7-barreled gun.
Me get out my 7-shooter.
Uh-huh. Sealf has now minimized the game. I prefer to believe this is him shutting down the stream and logging off for the day.
He goes. Someone showed up at his door with a 7-bullet gun.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's good. Uh,
Good.
I like it when a penniless boy brings a gun and shoots a bunch of lords.
One.
May
Trade
come as a
pieces.
shock to you, but
Okay. Uh, is there anything else here? I was
no.
expecting this to be a dungeon of some kind, but
No,
no.
this is the only thing.
It's just a cool gun.
Seems like a great gun to swap for some cold weather gear.
I'm not gonna sell the ruin of House Eisner.
I'm gonna shoot 7 lords with it.
There will come a time you will look in my eyes and you'll pray to the God that you've always denied, but I'll go out back and I'll get my gun and I'll say you haven't met me. I am the only son. Where do we want to go? Some ruins?
I just looked at the first of Mary's slides.
Oh, good. Graphic design is your passion.
Yeah, no, that's the second
Yeah.
slide. Sorry, it skipped me directly to the second slide.
Oh,
Yeah.
But the first slide is also very good. The one I was reacting to was the second slide.
Yeah.
See, the main piece of feedback I got last time I had to give a presentation at work was that my slides were too boring. So I think that I'm gonna learn some important lessons from Mary's slides.
Hmm.
God, I hope not.
Maybe next time I have to give a presentation, I'll just put my own text over the top of these slides.
Make it completely unreadable.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like cover up your text.
Yeah, this will work really well with a certain slide in particular. Should we go to the lair of the legendary albino ape?
Oh my god. I just got to that slide.
The facing slide?
Yeah.
Okay. I was not sure just how quickly you were buttoning through these slides.
Yeah, I'm just like skimming through
You gotta
them.
savor
Yeah.
them.
No, I don't know about that.
I'm gonna savor them when I'm listening to the podcast.
Okay, yeah. It's only like once every like 4 items in the list that you gotta change the slide. So-
It- 3 points if you plan on eating Cloaca Surprise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll find out about some stuff that we did not.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of information, I can tell.
We have been inspired for a mouth-watering meal again.
Delightful.
Not ideal.
There's some important life advice here.
Gosh darn it. This is a real pain of a place to get lost in.
Yes. Just talk to those people.
The hermits?
Yeah.
Well, they generally just gotta go away.
Well, yes, but walk towards them and then talk to them. You are no longer
Oh.
Ah.
Okay, well, that's useful. Sure, more ruins.
I love ruins.
The Dazzlep Annulus.
Oh yeah, time to explore these ruins.
Sure.
Get shot by a pig.
How much
two-headed
do pigs
boar.
hate us?
A lot.
Pigs hate us a lot. Yeah, I don't think our
Swine we're
face
at
will
like
help.
minus 600 with. We have like the
Yeah.
lowest possible thing. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to make the pigs friendly or neutral.
Well, we've got to get that XP somewhere.
I once met a legendary hermit in water ritual tame, but I could gain reputation with hermits by promising to stop talking to him forever. What does our bullet
Chest over
situation look like?
I think fine.
Lead slugs, 1,000. Okay. I'm just gonna check since we are firing, 3 at a time now. The two-headed boar. I don't know where this boar that I can see is.
I think we should look in that check. Yeah, there we go. Vine wafer. Yum, 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 yum.
I don't know what boar.
To the east. Oh, is it there?
Well, there's one. So are these?
Oh, there is
Oh,
one more.
this is. No, they're just neutral. What does this count as? The salamander. How does that go?
Shell
I
reptile,
assume
probably.
unshelled reptile. Yeah.
A salamander is not a reptile.
Neither's a. Wait.
Yes, a crocodile is a
like-
reptile.
I've stopped before I said it.
Yeah, but is amphibian a reputation category though?
No, it's not. But I'm just.
So I think it's just going to be under unshelled reptile.
But they could have their own. It could be salamanders. I don't know.
No,
Mollusks.
salamanders. They are in the unshelled reptile faction.
Spreading
They're
disinformation.
they're politically unshelled reptiles.
They're politically unshelled. What does that mean?
Oh, the same thing as a political lesbian.
Yeah, thank you very. You've heard of political lesbians, right?
Not specifically. I can kind of imagine.
Damn.
There are no stories down. Is this it? This is the ruins?
Sometimes
Like-
ruins are just like some bunch of ruined buildings. Like if you want to explore some like ruins that have like stairways down, go to the ruins that exist on the map.
Okay.
Unshelled reptiles in the same way that I shop in the women's clothes section.
Yeah, exactly. So hold on. Well, no, actually, you should be good here because this isn't a holy site.
Yeah, it's just a layer of a.
Yeah, we've seen these guys before, right? We walked into this area.
Yeah,
and
we
they,
walked
like,
into here.
beat
They
up.
beat the shit out of a bunch of things.
yeah.
These are apes, obviously.
No, these are actually
Okay.
bears.
Another sheep.
How do the apes feel about us now?
You know what? Here we go. We're in a puddle.
Oh, we're gonna ruin their water.
Hold on. Rather than cleaning items individually, also
We
you
can
Is
just
have your
wash
there
it
a...
in the
water on.
water, right? Why are
Yeah.
we naked?
Yeah, my armor came off. There we go. Look at that. We're clean.
Amazing. The apes are beating a slumberling to death.
We should kill Steel.
Too late.
No, I did not kill Steel. What is the exclamation mark?
That
Still up
indicates
there.
that you were running around or rather, a nearby dreadroot activated that potentially panicked you,
Uh,
which causes you to move in a direction away from the thing. In this case, I think actually it was the ape that was overwhelmed by terror
gotcha.
and triggered the dreadroot.
So the what does the ice frog count as?
Probably an unshelled reptile.
No. No.
King up.
No,
Caves of Code Ice
there's an
Frog faction.
actual frogs faction. I just
There's a
want to
frogs
annoy
faction,
Steele.
but there's not. Why is there a
Why
frogs
aren't
faction?
salamanders in the frogs faction?
Why isn't it an amphibians faction?
Oh my god.
So you were like, no, salamanders don't have their own faction. That would be
The unshelled
silly.
reptiles
But
faction
there's a
picture is a
frogs
salamander.
faction.
I did not say it would be silly for salamanders to have their own faction. I
Well,
just
you
said they didn't have one.
scoffed. Uh,
Look, the poster child of the unshelled reptile is the salamander, alright?
this is. I just assumed that was a lizard, but you're right. It's the same graphic.
Oh, so you just assume salamanders are lizards.
Wow, seems like
No, I
salamanders look a
assumed
lot
the
like
image
unshelled
for the unshelled reptile
reptiles.
was in fact an unshelled reptile with these pixel graphics.
We got slimy again. Oh no, we didn't get slimy, we're just injured. Because our equipment gets green when it's slimy, whenever we get injured, I think that we're slimy.
It's fair.
Unfortunate.
It's hard to tell the difference between pain and slime.
I'm really glad the apes are our friends. Brickler.
Cheshire Gleam says, I think objecting to this on a taxonomic lines is the wrong path. You should instead think about the cultural divisions this implies. Frogs will not accept you unless you can hop, thus all other amphibians are forced to join other factions. Truly sad.
Let's see.
Like if you cry every time.
The more we talk about it, the more I want to keep making offensive comparisons to different groups of gay people.
Oh my god. You know what? Do it. I believe in you. You have my wholehearted endorsement.
Oh, I love to find a weird artifact on a gun rack.
Ooh, semi-auto.
What's this weird artifact?
It's a 9mm.
Time to cook a delicious, inspiring meal.
Cook.
Choose ingredients to
Choose
cook
ingredients. Let's see. God, we have 254 winemaker sheets.
Maybe we should throw some of them in there.
I think we've thrown that in there until everything we've made so far. We can do something like this if we want to do.
Yeah.
I think all the jerkies are basically the same, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, which one have we got
Okay.
most of? Great.
Because I guess I can check real quick, but we have. Oh, it doesn't say. This is definitely the one we did last time. And this is one. Okay, so I guess it doesn't say.
It will not
I
tell you
guess
if
you
you're
could-
just recreating a recipe you already have. And sometimes it's because you want different effects than the recipe
Yeah, I
you
was
already
gonna say
have.
you could get different effects from the
Oh,
same
well, you
recipe.
just said last time it would tell me.
No, I said I would tell you.
Uh, this is
Oh,
this is
okay.
a special Mary feature. This is not a built-in
I didn't realize you
feature.
memorized our recipes that we've made. Electrical generation at 1 to 2. There's an 8 to 10% chance you heal to full 15% of the time. God. Reflects 3 to 4% damage back at your attackers.
I think the bottom one seems kind of good.
I mean, yeah, the bottom one is like actually reasonable.
That actually,
Um,
you get slightly more max HP, and there's a thing that might actually trigger sometimes.
uh-huh. I don't think. I assume electrical generation at level 1 to 2 is not very good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be particularly impressive.
Uh-huh. Dried spark moths.
Dawn gliders are unshelled reptiles, but also birds, and they are not cool with you unless you're cool with both.
That is correct, yes. That is an accurate statement.
Whoops. The nearest stairway down. Yes. I guess. I mean, I guess this dungeon shouldn't be too dangerous because the apes are friendly, right? But I was gonna say, do we just want to save here before we go into this? I feel like this might be.
Yeah, I mean, it is, like, reaching that time, so we might as well just do this
Yeah.
next time we come back.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
If we saved right next to the stairs, then we'll remember what we were gonna do.
Right.
Hopefully.
It seems like because this is really going to be a couple levels, even if it's not as hostile.
The B in LGBT stands for bird.
So should Bessie. The L in LGBT stands for lizard.
The Q stands for cud.
Salamanders also count as lizards.
The T stands for that salamander is a lizard.
God. Oh, thank you all for joining us again for Caves of Cud.
We've made some choices here, and we
Uh-huh.
appreciate you accompanying us.
Mary, how far would you say we're into this game?
5%.
No, it's not that little. Are you just counting the main story, or are you counting, like, how much you want? You'll probably just, like, end up incidentally exploring in the process of playing the game.
Yeah, how much will
Second
we
one.
incidentally do?
You're maybe, like, 15% of the way into the game.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I'm glad I know what I'm doing on Saturday for the next year.
Yep.
Uh-huh. You made a commitment.
If you want to back out of your commitment, now's the time.
Do you think it'll take us longer to finish Caves of Cud than it did to finish Mega Aquarium?
Yes.
No. You guys spent so many Mega Aquarium streams just not doing anything.
Yeah, but that game is not actually that long, comparatively.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
I
could
guess
probably play Mega
if you
Aquarium
took
in a weekend.
I guess it might be different between the number of streams versus the amount of calendar time, because there were like times when it's like we didn't
We did
stream in an
also take big
entire
long breaks.
month.
Yeah. Oh my
But I
god.
think number of streams, I think I can't imagine this will be shorter. Yeah, I can't imagine this will be shorter.
Are you including all of the expansions though? Because like you
Oh
played
no,
Mega
we were talking
Aquarium.
about I think one. I thought we were just talking about the last one.
Okay, that's
Yes,
fair. Then
if you
yeah,
included every Mega Aquarium segment that we did,
yeah.
which is what, 4? Uh,
Something like that. I
it's at
don't
least
remember if it was
3
3 or
because
4.
there's
Yeah.
I'm gonna search your YouTube channel for
yeah.
videos that have
You
got
can
Mega
look up the
Aquarium.
playlist. There's a full Mega Aquarium playlist.
Hang on.
There's I think one's for each of the individual expansions, but the full playlist I think should have everything in it. Or maybe there's just actually the one full playlist. There might actually not be individual expansion playlists.
Wolf prototypes need to stop making this same mistake.
There are 37 videos in the playlist for the entire game.
Only
That's
37?
yeah, 13 for the original game, 8 for Freshwater Frenzy, and that's also with the cosmetic DLC that I don't remember what it's called, and 16 for Deep Freeze.
Okay.
But Deep Freeze
It
took
just
like
felt like
over a
longer.
year. Like
Yes.
almost a year. Like
Yeah.
despite being 16
if you-
streams.
If you ever need a podcast
Uh-huh.
where we occasionally mention the game Mega
To be
Aquarium,
fair, those streams were also 2 hours long or less. And we were, even when on schedule, only doing it every other week.
Yeah.
So like,
You'll find
given we
this makes it
have
more acceptable.
like 6, this is what, like the 7th CUD stream or something like that,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
haven't been
something
missing
like
that many
that.
weeks.
of
Yeah.
like, and they're all over 3 hours, or nearly. We're probably pretty close to the runtime. Getting close to the
Mega
runtime
Aquarium.
of at least the Deep Freeze already.
And Mary is really
Uh,
keeping us on task.
Trying. Trying.
Anyway, so yeah.
You wanna
I
talk
guess
about
we'll be back
unrelated
next
things
week.
for another 20 minutes before we end the stream.
Yeah. Are we good for next week? What's next week?
Oh, let me look at my diary.
It's look at your diary.
Why is that funny?
Do you have? I mean, I guess I don't usually think of a diary as a place with future schedules.
What? What would you call that?
A
Planner?
calendar?
Yeah, or
A
calendar?
planner?
Yeah.
A calendar on the wall.
You can
Yeah,
have
that's
a
why you said or a planner.
yeah.
There are pocket calendars.
Yeah.
No,
Or
that's
on
a
your phone.
diary.
I don't know. Maybe this is a British
It
English
says
thing.
personalize your diary with downloadable templates.
Hmm.
It does also describe itself as a weekly notebook. But yeah, I'm free.
Okay,
Is the
good.
conclusion of that.
The thing to take from this conversation is Darcy is free.
Okay,
I'm always free.
well, that's good. I should
I
believe
checked
I'm
my
free.
forward-looking diary.
So, Barry, I assume is free. So,
Yes, I never have anything going on. Don't worry about me.
Mary is gonna go get donuts.
yeah.
That's right.
I just need to go get a donut sometime. I haven't had a donut in a really long time.
Go get a
uh,
donut. Do
Just
it
don't.
after the stream. Go out for a little treat.
I
yeah.
no, that's not a treat.
Well,
Are
going out and getting
donuts
a
not a
donut isn't a
treat?
treat.
Well, a donut could be a treat, but I don't want to. Going out when I'm not already planning on going out is not a treat.
I see.
If I was going out
Damn
already
right.
for something, then I could stop and get a donut.
Hmm. So you don't find my going out and getting breakfast on Saturday morning treat to be a relatable treat.
No.
Feels just like broken-hearted. No.
Why why would you leave the house to go sit in a
I
cafe to
wish that
eat?
I felt that would be a treat. I just
Oh.
look.
Oh.
I was already not a person who went out, very much.
Mm.
And then, but COVID happened, and now I just am really not a person who goes out for like,
Yeah.
uh,
Fortunately, Alo also hates it. Because she finds cafes and restaurants really overstimulating. So last time we tried to go out for food, she
mhm.
just started crying.
Oh,
Aw.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I
Uh,
like it, so
I'm glad.
more cafes for me.
We'll be back next week.
Yeah, join us next week. Goodbye.
Bye.